Hey everyone, today we'll be unboxing the brand new 8BitDo arcade joystick. It's an NES style controller that can be used both wired or wirelessly. I picked it up as a pre-order on Amazon for $89.99 and just received it in the mail yesterday. It works with Android, PC, Mac, Nintendo Switch, and Raspberry Pi. The joystick offers Bluetooth connectivity as well as 2.4 GHz wireless support with the included USB dongle. It has a wireless range of over 30 feet, and there is also included USB-C cable in the box if you're looking for the old school wired option. With the included 1000 mAh lithium-ion rechargeable battery, the 8BitDo claims that the joystick can last for 40 hours per charge while using the 2.4 GHz wireless receiver or up to 30 hours via Bluetooth. The joystick is less bulky than the previous 8BitDo NES 30 arcade joystick. It measures 7.9 inches by 11.9 inches and stands at 4.3 inches if you include the height of the stick. Well, let's open it up and see what's in the box. Alright, so let's unbox the 8BitDo arcade joystick. If you see on the front, it has a picture of the joystick itself, and it lists the different types of systems where it's compatible. It's compatible with the Switch, Windows, Steam, and Raspberry Pi, and it lists its contents with arcade stick, 2.4 GHz receiver, a cable, and the manual. Let's flip it around, and let's see what's on the back. So on the back they have a little information about their company. Again, they list off the different systems, the consoles that it's compatible with. Switch, Windows, Steam, Raspberry Pi. On the back here we have another picture of the arcade stick, and then we have a little diagram listing off what everything is. We'll go over that in detail once we get the arcade stick out of the box. So let's flip this around and open it up. Alright, so there's no tape. No tape at all in the box. So I don't have to bring out my handy dandy knife. Let's flip it down here so you can see it. Okay, so we have some foam packing here. The first thing we see is a cable. This is a pretty long cable. I would say probably about 6 feet maybe. USB-C. Put that down. And we have the user manual. Usually 8BitDo has user manual in both English and Chinese, which seems to be the case. Let's put that aside, and let's take the 8BitDo out of the box. Alright, so we still have the foam packing on the 8BitDo. Let's remove that. Take it off gently. As you can see, inside the package we have the joystick itself, we have a USB-C cable, and we have the instructions, but it also includes the dongle, so let's see where that is. So right here, I don't know if you can see that, it says 2.4 GHz receiver, and let's open this up. So here's where the 2.4 GHz receiver lives. Pull that out just for a second. Has a little brick pattern to it. And on the back it has a little diagram that shows you if you want to have it on 2.4 GHz, then you have to slide the slider over to the right. If you're on Bluetooth, you slide it over to the left. So let's put that back in. Alright, so this stick is really heavy. It is about 4 pounds. It has a nice feel, has a ball top here. Protective film on all the buttons, so let's take that off. Okay, so we have all the protective plastic taken off the buttons. Buttons have a nice feel to them. Up here in the top right we have player 1, player 2. And then over here on the top left we have these switches. And if we look at the diagram, you can see the top left is the switch mode. So if you're to the left, it's switch. If you go into the middle, it's off. If you go to the right, it's X input. The second switch is the control stick switch. So if you have it to the left, your joystick here will act as the left stick. If you put it in the middle, it'll act as a D-pad. and if you put it to the right, it'll act as the right stick. We have the green button here, which is the pair button. We have the yellow button here, which is the turbo button. And we have the blue button here, which is the home button. Below that row of switches, we have the Bluetooth and 2.4 gigahertz button. The button next to it is select, and the button next to that is start. Now, if you want to connect it wired to a system, I'm assuming that you plug it in. Yeah, so if you see in here, you have the hole that holds the adapter. Then in there you also have a USB-C plug. On the bottom we have 4 feet, rubberized feet so it doesn't slide. And we have the typical Nintendo style colors with the gray, the red, and the black. So let's go and hook this up to a system and see how it performs. First, I wired this up to my RetroPie system to try it with some Dreamcast fighting games. It was easy to set up with RetroPie. I just had to plug it in, configure the button inputs, and I was done. The one tricky part when configuring this with RetroPie is the fact that you need to move the switch between left stick, D-pad, and right stick when the options for each appear while configuring the input. Other than that, the configuration was really straightforward. The arcade joystick has a nice heavy feel. It didn't move or slide while playing any games that I tested. The joystick feels precise and the buttons responsive, but aside from all the technical stuff, the arcade joystick is just fun. Isn't that what this is all about? Next, I configured the arcade joystick to use with my Nintendo Switch. Setup was easy. I just followed the instructions provided and had no problems whatsoever. I tried it with the Hyrule Warriors game. It really didn't work with that game because you really need 2 thumbsticks to play. If you don't have the right thumbstick to change your view while running around in a 3D game, it's very difficult. I did try it with Cuphead and Super Smash Bros., and it was awesome. It takes a little getting used to, since I've always played those games with my Pro Controller, but it's still fun to learn how to use it. The last thing I want to mention is the fact that the button labels light up and will change depending on what system you're using. I didn't notice this at first, and I really am impressed that 8BitDo added this feature. All in all, at first glance, this arcade joystick seems like it'll be a hit. With all the features it has, its compatibility with so many systems, and its price point, I really think it's going to be an attractive controller for most people. So I just wanted to give everyone a quick unboxing and overview of the arcade joystick. I plan on using it for a month or so and then doing a full review. As always, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button. If you feel like chatting, please leave a comment, and thank you for watching.